Grace, it's Pastor Maddie. I am so excited to be sharing this video update regarding our decision for the month of October, which is to reopen the church building in certain ways, and one of those is through worship. So if you are intending to join us in person for worship this Sunday, October 11th, we're so excited to have you with us, and you would prefer to stay home because you feel more comfortable that way. Awesome. We will still be having our live streaming online worship service through YouTube. So you have a couple choices, which is a good thing. And I wanted to share a video to kind of run through our policy that has been passed by both our church council and our trustees regarding how we can safely reopen and be in worship together. So a few things are a little different. You'll notice, even seeing in this video, that all of the hymnals, Bibles, and attendance pads, pieces of paper, pencils, have all been collected thanks to the worship team. Kathy Baker, Ashton Humbert, and Karen Blake have been super helpful to make sure that our sanctuary is prepared. So that'll be a little bit different. We will have 3 entrances available to use. We will have the doors by College, so the west doors. We will have the doors by James Avenue, so the south doors. And then the doors by the parking lot, the east doors, will be open and available. The rest will be locked. And so all of those doors will be open, and there will be hand sanitizer stations for those as you enter to be able to make sure we're being as safe as possible. We have an expectation that all are wearing masks, and so we encourage you to bring your own masks. If for some reason you forgot or don't have a mask, don't worry. We have cloth masks available thanks to Jan Hathaway, who has used her gifts to offer many cloth masks for us. And so you're able to take those at any of the hand sanitizing stations. And we will also have boxes near the exits if you don't want to take that mask with you. And we'll make sure to be sanitizing those for the next week. So that is kind of some of the expectations. We will also have 4 ushers who will be helping us in our understanding of what worship will be looking like. We will have 3 who will be stationed at each of the 3 doors, and they will remind you to take hand sanitizer, help you with cloth masks as needed, and help you with the new kind of seating arrangement. And then we will have a head usher whose role will be to make sure we know who is here in the sanctuary in the unlikely event that some contract tracing needs to happen. We want to make sure we know who is here, and they will also be in charge of helping us enforce the policies if we need some help and encouragement. So those will be the 4 ushers who will be helping us. And I want to show you now what seating is going to look like. It'll be a little different. I know some of you are quite faithful to particular pews, so this will be a little bit out of our comfort zone, but my hope is that maybe you will see a new part of this church building with what we have set up. So I'll show you now. So as you can see in this one section of pews, we have marked off where folks are able to sit to make sure we are still social distance and 6 feet apart. So your job, whatever entrance that you come in from, your job is to find a seat in between 2 available blue markers. So you can see that, this first pew, there's not a ton of space, and so that might be best for somebody coming on their own. If we have a family who is already a unit and in the same space, there are, especially towards the back of these kind of bottom floor pews, there's more space available, and so we encourage families to sit in those sections so that they can sit together. So again, that is your job, to come and find a seat available between 2 blue markers. So a few other details. We are only using certain bathrooms. The reason for that is that we will be having other small groups throughout the church, and so we're wanting to make sure that we sanitize the spaces by just leaving them alone. And so for worship on Sunday mornings, the bathrooms available to use are the bathrooms by the kitchenette, so kind of the south kitchen near the Welcome Center. And then the other 2 bathrooms available to use are the bathrooms by the nursery. So there's 2 down there. So there'll be 3 bathrooms available to use. And so we strongly encourage you to only go to those bathrooms so that we're able to know where folks have been going. Until for the near future, at least, we will be suspending communion, and so we will figure out ways as a worship team and beyond to make sure that as we kind of re-enter this kind of new reality of worship, that we're being safe, and so we're trying new things. And so that's kind of a rundown of our policy. I'll be sure to attach those details to this video so you can be sure to read them on your own. We're super excited again to enter this new stage of our reopening, and prayers are welcome as we in leadership and those who will be joining us feel safe and make sure that this is an exercise in loving God and loving neighbor. So if you have any questions, as always, please reach out to me, and see some of you in person on the 11th and see some of you online. Bye, y'all.